Hello, welcome to Gillette Outdoors. My name is William Gillette, and on today's video, we're going to talk about rule number 2 of composition, balance. Everyone remembers the first rule of composition, which is the rule of thirds. And balance, the second rule, is very similar in that you still divide up the frame in 3 equal parts, both vertically and horizontally, and you still use the same focal points. But in balance, you use multiple focus points in the frame. So you actually have 2 or 3 subjects, maybe even 4 subjects in the same picture. You just have them on opposite sides of the frame. So let's say that you have a main subject on the right, you have a secondary subject on the left, using the right and left focal points. Sounds complicated, but it's very easy. Let me show you a couple of pictures, make it a little bit easier to understand.
Let's say that you are going to snap a picture of this handsome guy just using the rule of thirds. Okay, now this is as simple as it gets. Rule of thirds. I'm the main subject and I'm on the left-hand focal point of this picture. Alright, now let's use the second rule of composition, balance. Move over. Alright, right there. Okay, so now we're using the second rule of composition, balance. By simply moving my main subject to the right-hand focal points, I'm now using the left-hand focal point to highlight my secondary subject, which is now the road, and more specifically, the end of the road. I really like to tell stories with my photography, and to me, this photographer has a long way to walk to get to the other end of the woods. Hey you better get going. You're never going to make it to your favorite spot before the sun goes down if you keep that up. Here are just a few more images using the second rule of composition, balance.
So as I talk to you guys about these rules of composition, I want you to know that I'm breaking them down into the smallest pieces, the smallest building blocks that I can. And as you create your image, just know that you may be using 2 or 3 or 4 of these building blocks of composition in each image. It might not always be just one. It might not always be just the rule of thirds or just balance. You'll see the first and second rules of composition kind of play off of each other. So use these building blocks in your images and just know that they're time tested. They're rules, and rules are made to be broken, but I always want you guys to understand the fundamentals, because from those fundamentals you can build your own style, and you know that it's going to be pleasing to the eye, and that's really what we're looking for. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you learned something that you can take with you out into the field, take better pictures. I'm going to enjoy this sunset, so I'll talk to you guys later. My name is William Gillette for GilletteOutdoors.com.